In this video, I am going to talk to you about using reference images for 2D needle felting and give you some sources to get some free images from. Let's take a look. Firstly, to be able to achieve the best 2D needle felted picture, I would always urge you to use a reference image or a selection of reference images. Reference images will help you get the proportions, perspective, colours and shading of your subject correct and will result in a much better needle felted image. This being said, you cannot just grab any photo from the internet and use it to create your artwork. This is because every photo will be protected by copyright and that copyright will belong to the person who took the photo. So, using it without their permission will mean you are in breach of copyright. So, what should you do? Don't worry, I have a few options to ensure you are working from beautiful reference images without breaching copyright. First, you could use your own photos. The copyright of these would belong to you, so you can freely use these however you would like. Another option would be to use a royalty-free image library. This means that you can use them with a license giving you permission. I will cover these in more detail later in the video. Another way is to ask permission from the photographer. As they own the copyright, it is possible that they will give you permission to use their image. This permission may come with some conditions, such as they may require an attribution as the owner of the image, or they may request a fee from you to use it. Or the worst that can happen is they can say no. If you do obtain permission, try and get this in writing so that you can keep this for your records in case of any disputes later. I previously mentioned looking at royalty-free image libraries. I'm now going to run you through some of the recommended royalty-free image libraries that I use. And the best news is 3 out of the 4 of them are free for the majority of their images. First, we have Unsplash. This website is full of many royalty-free images that are free to use. You will notice that some images have a watermark over them of the Unsplash logo. These are premium images, so will require a fee to use them. But the majority of them are free to use, so you just need to set up an account and then search for the images you would like to use and download them directly to your computer. The next website that I'd recommend having a look at is Pixabay. This website is full of royalty-free images that are free to download. Once you have set up your account, you just search for the image that you would like to use. Once you have found one, you will then have the option to choose which size you would like to download. Select the size you would like to download, and then you can click on download to save it to your computer. The next website is Pexels, which works in a very similar way to Pixabay. And finally, there is Shutterstock. Shutterstock is a website specialising in affordable royalty-free images. For Shutterstock, you would need to set up an account and choose a package. For infrequent downloads, the cheapest package usually allows you to download a certain number of images in a year. There is also usually a cheaper monthly option if you are going to be using a lot of images. If you do decide to go along this route, please check the license agreements at the time of purchase to ensure that you are able to use the images for the purpose of creating artwork, especially if you intend to sell your finished piece. It is also a good idea to regularly check the license agreements of Unsplash, Pixabay and Pexels just to make sure nothing has changed and that you can still use the images for the purpose that you are wanting to use them for. If you are using a reference image, here are some top tips. Make sure your image is high quality. It will be much harder to use a reference image that is blurred or pixelated, so make sure that you are using one that is the highest quality that you can get. Consider how you will be framing or mounting the finished image. If you are framing the image, consider the shape the aperture will be, and that some of the image will be cropped and hidden behind the frame or the mount inside the frame. Print your reference image the same size that you want your finished artwork to be. This will help you get your proportions and perspective correct. As home printers can often dull colours or make details look flatter, it is also helpful to have access to the digital image on a computer screen, iPad screen, or even on your phone screen, so that you can zoom in and check details and use it to help match colours. To ensure you do not miss future informational videos or tutorials, please subscribe to my channel. You can also come and join the Flock's needle felting community on Facebook. There is a link to this in the description. I hope that this has been helpful. If you have any questions, please pop these in the comments.